I'm Astrid from Wattle Wool, and this is my mum Heather.
Hi.
And we are coming to you from my mother's house again to talk a bit more, and so you can watch me give my mum a present. So, first thing, I'm going to get started with what frustrated me this week.
Okay.
Oh, so I showed this before, the math mosaic scarf, and I decided to start weaving in the ends, and
So
yeah,
should we turn
it's
it around?
not gone well. So what ended up happening, it's backward anyway. I started to weave it, so this is actually for you, so I'm talking to you guys, but this is for mum.
Yeah.
So I started to weave in the ends last night. I was watching a movie. I was watching Captain Marvel with my housemate. Really good movie. Have you seen it?
No.
There's this like one moment with a cat, and like the cat, his name's Goose, and he's like really cute. And Nick Fury, have you ever seen any of the other Marvel ones? Anyway, so the dude who like brings everyone together, his name's Nick Fury.
This is not important.
No, it is, because Nick Fury, it's funny. Just trust me. So Nick Fury is like, he's normal, because in the later films he loses an eye, but in this one he's got two eyes. And he's like playing with his cat, and he's like, oh, like, you're so cute, such a good boy. And he's like patting it and like being all like cutesy witsy and like baby talking to it. And then all the aliens like freaking out. They're like, that's a really bad alien. Like, that is really powerful. It's really dangerous. Like, leave it alone. And he's like, it's just a cat. Don't be silly. And he's like baby talking to it. And then you get to like this point where this really powerful, like magical thing is like in contest and everyone's trying to fight over it. And then the cat like goes blah, and like his face becomes like an octopus, and OctoKitty eats the magical object. And I just keep thinking that now like my cat is like a magical cat, or like Cleo is a magical cat. And it was really funny.
Okay.
This is definitely not the reaction I wanted.
Anyway.
If you've seen Captain Marvel, you'll know what I mean. So last night I was weaving in the ends, and I wove them in mostly on this one, but you can see where are we? Look, there's like little kind of specks of it. It's been pointed, like fluffed out, and it wasn't weaving in very nice. It wasn't holding. And so then I got frustrated and thinking, well, if it doesn't hold, I'm just going to tie them, and then I'm going to clip them. And so I wanted, because I do want you to be able to wear this, and I don't want big lumps of everything.
Yeah.
So I just decided to start clipping it. But then they all started to unravel. So now you can't really see it too much there because I did patch it up as best I could. But there's like holes in it now. And I'm so mad. Because I just felt like I tried really hard on one thing and it wasn't working. And then I tried really hard on another thing and it wasn't working. And then I tried to massive hissy fit. And they're just not.
I think what you might have to do is go over and over and over, and maybe even get some cotton thread, and then just really secure that down. That might be the way to go.
The thing is with that though, it's going to get so bulky, and that's going to be around your neck. Like, it's going to be really uncomfortable. And yeah, I got really mad. So what I was thinking was I might get some fabric and hand sew it on the back. So I might go to Spotlight after this.
Maybe some stretchy, because you wouldn't want to get a fixed.
No.
Because it just, it needs to be similar kind of stretch.
Which I think is really sad, because this side, without the ends, is actually stunning. And I really, really love the colour progression that goes through it. Like, I feel like I worked really hard on this side as well. And then now I've got to lose it because the ends don't stay put. And I mean, you can still see the colour progression on this side, so it's not like you're losing the full effect.
Yeah.
But I'm just grumpy. And then I don't like being grumpy, but I got really grumpy last night and just put myself to bed because I was like, nah.
What about even instead, maybe just picking one colour out, then just straight stocking stitch knitting
on the other side,
and then stitch that onto it. Then you can maybe crochet the ends together or something, and then all of that is hidden, and then it's all, the whole thing is knitted.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that could work.
Yeah. rather than
It's just,
fabric and
yeah,
wool.
it is a lot more work, but that's it. Like this, any of it would be a lot more work anyway.
I think you'll whip it up in
I'm
no
happy with
time.
it.
If it's just straight stocking stitch,
Yeah.
you know, it won't take you half as long as this is
Yeah.
taken. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Anyway, you live and learn, don't you? Because it is, you know, a tricky thing.
and because it's basically intarsia as well, so it is bits and bits and bits. Like all of it was
Yeah.
bobbles, and all of it, like as in like you had to have them on bobbins. Not bubbles,
Yeah.
bobbins. You had to have them on bobbins of separate things, and they're all like, say if you see with this two, on one single row there was a bobbin of the white, a bobbin of the multicolour, a bobbin of the white, a bobbin of the multicolour, a bobbin of the white, a bobbin of the multicolour, and a bobbin of the white. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bobbins for one row.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of work. And then there's all the ends at the back of it that you've got to then put in, and it just So I got really, really grumpy. So I thought I'd bring it to you and show you, and then you come up with a better idea then.
No, I love it. So the idea behind this is when last year I was teaching maths. I'm not teaching it this year, but I could still use it because I do calculations in other things.
That's why I made it.
And then the idea was that when my students do really well in an assessment, I have this around my neck, and just to celebrate everybody doing really well in an assessment. Okay. So it only comes out on special occasions. Yeah. Anyway, like, there's a lot of work that's gone into this, and I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
And it's got all the numbers that we would ever need, 1 to 10, so all combinations of that. So it still has a significance, even though I'm not teaching pure maths anymore.
So I wrote this one up. I've sent it off to my tech editor. I sent him 5 things today, which I'm really excited about. Sorry?
Let's fold it neatly.
Folding it. So I've sent it off to get tech edited, and I'm just gonna put it up on my Ravelry, and I'll link it in with a Pearl Soho one, because like I said, like this is originally from a Pearl Soho pattern. I just put extra patterns onto it, and so I want to make sure that the credit goes to where it should, because that's the right thing to do. But yeah, so I've really put a lot of effort into this, which
you have
adds to the frustration.
Look,
but when it's done, it'll be
time,
amazing.
It will, and
it
might
is the first
not
time.
be perfect, but I think the imperfections, the beauty is in the imperfections, and I think too, everything that you do, you learn from. Yeah, and if this
I've
was
learned a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's an incredible undertaking to actually create a pattern when you're at the technical level. You don't really know what's going on. You just have to be faithful to the pattern. Yeah. And I think it's probably good to know about tension as well, isn't it? To the consistency of tension. And that's just something.
And just where to put those ends, really. That's my biggest.
Yeah.
I'm glad Mum likes it.
Yeah, I do. I really
like
do.
it.
I'll definitely use this when it's all finished.
Yes. So I'll keep you posted on that. And then I'll put this one. Let's put that. Okay. So the next thing, I had hoped to get this finished, but I didn't. And that's okay. It's my Slip Into Summer cowl. So I did send off the pattern because I've written it up and I know exactly where it's going to end up. I just haven't finished it to double check that it ends up the right place. But I've got the roadmap, if that makes sense.
Put it over my head.
Of course you can.
Or my neck.
Your neck. So this is, I just love it. It makes me so happy. It's my little road trip one. I just love
nice against your face. Isn't it? It just really lightens everything up.
Yeah, I just love it. I love the border here. I love this, how it really stands out. It's vibrant. I just love how it celebrates the yarn. I love the neon pink. It goes to the lipstick.
It does. I think this colour, this pink, it just lifts everything. It's a really flattering colour. And then if it just kind of sits around your neck like that, like you could wear a plain jumper.
Yeah.
And then just mix it up.
It's exactly the goal.
Yeah.
So this is by Jane Muddy of Tiny Toadstool Cottage, and I got it in her subscription package. And she's got her next one out. I keep forgetting to say this. So her next one is based on fairy tales. So we've got, I'm pretty sure it's The Little Mermaid is the first one, and that's the April one. So we're still in April. You can probably click on and still order. But I'm really excited because I just love everything she does. I think she's amazing. So, yes.
So I'm just looking at the intricacy of the pattern. Have you shown everyone?
Yeah. So,
yeah,
Just
it's beautiful. And like, not only do you have the variation within the thread of all the colours, like you've got a bit of grey, white, cream,
like apricot,
three
almost
different shades of pink, and then you also have overlaid on that the texture of the actual stitching. It's very interesting.
I'm glad you like it. I really am. Because every time I look at it, it makes me happier. Like tangling up. Yes, so that will be hopefully done by the next time that I record. Because I really want to wear this to work very quickly because I just think it's so fun.
Yeah.
And
things like that are important right now, just to cheer you up. And I think the power of clothing is transformative to your mood.
Yeah. And I think as well, like, I'm probably going to be doing web lessons for the first 2 weeks of school. We think you're definitely going to be doing web lessons for the first 2 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah.
So I think dressing nicely in ways that are cute and fun and functional, and just a little bit of brightness and happiness. I think that's really important. So I'm really looking forward to wearing this.
Cool.
Yes.
I find it's both the process of getting ready as well as the final product that is really lifting to the mood.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy the process of thinking, what am I going to wear today? As well as the fact that when I am actually dressed, it's like, okay, I'm ready to go now. Yeah. Ooh.
So this is my brioche that I've been working on. This was from the class that I did with Michelle from Dyeing to Knit WA, hosted by Anna from Stitchcraft and Wizardry, the one who hand dyed all the amazing things for me. And who is hand dyeing more because I love Anna and I love everything she does and I think she's absolute magic. So this is from 2 balls that I don't know where I got them from. I don't know what colours they are, but I love them. I think they would have been gifted to me because I don't think I would have bought these. They're not the colours I would buy, but I'm so happy I have them and they're just so pretty. This light is really hitting them in a beautiful way, so I'm quite happy with how they look on the screen.
This one sort of goes with that, really.
Yeah.
It picks up a lot of the colours.
Yeah, a lot of the same colours in that. So this is brioche, and this is really hard to learn. And I feel a bit stupid because I bragged in my last video that I totally got it and it was really easy and I was like, yeah, so confident, la 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 la. And then this week, no. Not even close. Like, holiday me has set in hard and learning a new skill was just really difficult.
Okay.
So I just lost all of my like problem solving skills and I couldn't figure out what to do. I miscounted, so you have to have an odd amount and I had an even amount. So I was doing it wrong and I was frustrated at why I was doing it wrong. I needed to also flick colours and I forgot to do that and I was just, And then I got a little bit testy and I reached out and apologised to Anna and Michelle afterwards for being, I felt like I was rude. I don't know if I came across that way, but I felt like I did. So I had to apologise because I don't like being rude. But I was grumpy because I don't like not knowing how to do something. I feel like knitting is something that I know how to do. There's a lot of things I don't know how to do. All sports being just one of those things I don't know how to do. But knitting, I always feel like I've got that. Like it's a skill set that I just get it. And then I didn't get this and it just kind of shattered a little bit of my confidence. And then I just got grumpy. Maybe this is the theme of this episode, just Astrid gets grumpy. But yeah, so I did apologise, and so I'm apologising again because I just don't like being rude. It bothers me a lot. But then I figured it out, and I'm really happy with it. I've made one mistake in this row, which you can see it kind of just stands out a little bit. But for a first attempt, I'm not too unhappy. I think this actually looks pretty good. So I'm even thinking, I've got my housemate, she turns 30 next Thursday. And I'm really excited about it. And I am going to be knitting her a jumper that she has picked the lace, and I'm gonna design her a jumper, which I'm just so very excited about. And then Anna has hand dyed some wool for her birthday present as well. And then she picked another 2 colours. And I'm wondering if I even do something like this for Beth.
What would you?
So with the green and the gold,
What would be the product?
like a scarf or something like that.
Okay, but in that style with
in this, and it's super squishy and cozy, and
then it's double-sided.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm thinking out loud, but I get to say it on here, so I get to be held accountable for my thinking, which I like because it helps me remember what I've been thinking. But I'm really happy with this. I think it is so pretty. And then even this side with my little mistake, I don't even mind that too much. And I just think it stands out really nice. I think the gold and the grey just kind of complement really well on here. Yeah. So this is like a learning test swatch. But I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like when you look at it, it's predominantly grey, but then it's got those accents, which do really just give it a bit of depth. Yeah.
And so if you stretch it out, you can see like it's super stretchy, but you can see the grey on like through this side, and then if you stretch it on this side, you can see the light grey coming through as well, which I just think adds to that dimension and texture and depth. And
then you can wear it with other colours and it'll pick it up.
Exactly.
Yeah, good idea.
So I'm still working on this. I've got to have 10 centimetres done by the time that we meet again in a couple of Thursdays' time, and it's all on Zoom. It's been really cool.
So you're just over halfway, probably. That's about 5 centimetres, isn't it?
Mum's doing the finger method.
I think that's about 6 centimetres. That looks about 6 to me, but yeah, great.
Yeah, sure.
I know my centimetres.
Every time Mum comes on here, we do math together. Okay, and then I'll show you this one.
I like numbers. What can I say?
Yes. So then I knit this one for Mama.
Yes, very exciting.
She asked me to do a white beanie for her, and funnily enough, Michelle from Dine to Knit WA, when we were doing the first brioche lesson, she'd mentioned a tubular cast on, and I was like, that sounds like fun. Never done that before. Let's give it a go. So I did the tubular cast on for the edge here, and I just think it gives like a rounded,
it does, definitely,
kind of edge for it. It's less of a harsh cast on, and I really like how it
very
looks.
Finished.
So I really, really, really like it. And then it's got garter stitch panels and braided cables, which are mirror image to each other. And then it's got a pink pom-pom on the top. Mum came over on the Tuesday. So I recorded this last Sunday or Monday or Saturday, I don't know, sometime last week. Holiday me doesn't do days. But sometime last week, I recorded this and then put it up. And then Mum watched it and then came over and checked the pom-poms, and we tried a couple of them on. And then she liked this one, which I agree. So this is now yours.
Thank you.
No worries. So this pattern's going to come out. It's another one of the ones that I've sent to Luke to edit for me.
I'm going to sort my hair out.
It's all white today. It's like a snow theme.
It is, isn't it?
I like it.
Okay, so I've got to, sort the hair out. So I could wear it like that, fold it up, and then it's not taking over all of my head kind of thing. I could do that. Or I could have it down.
I actually like it down.
So many options, isn't there? Or I could even do that and just have the top bit kind of,
Yeah. And then leave it kind of open for your ears as well when they get cold.
Yeah, I'll play around with it. But that's great. And I could even wear it with this jumper, even though this one's a bit paler than this, but still.
But I think with your head in the way, like it doesn't colour correct.
And my neck, my head and my neck are in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I just really wanted a white beanie. I just thought it's just simple. Yeah.
And the picture that you sent me had like some textures on it.
Yes.
So I wanted to make it textural but not boring.
No, I think it's a bit like this jumper when you actually have that cable kind of stitch that gives it the texture, and then you can just have the colour being one.
Yeah.
No, I love it. Thank you.
Yay!
And I will definitely play around with that. I might just keep it on. Just got to sort my hair out though.
And the beautiful earrings that you've got.
Yes. There's a story behind these.
Yeah. So Mum gifted me and my sisters each a set of these earrings. And so they're very precious to me and my sisters. Yeah.
Do you want me to tell the
Do you
story?
want to tell the story? Go.
So when I was 22, my lovely friend Carmen, she bought me a pearl necklace with these. And then I think it was maybe 6 years later, something like that, my house got broken into and my pearl necklace got stolen, but I got the insurance money. And so then I went back to the place where she got the original pearl necklace from, and then I ordered another necklace, and by this time it was longer. So it was kind of like about this length. And it was at that length that you just don't wear because, you know, a lot of necklines come there. So it was kind of just falling right where the neckline was. And I just never wore it. And then I think it was probably like September or October last year, I just had this brainwave and I thought, I'm going to shorten the necklace. So I'll make it into a smaller necklace. And then I'll get a pair of earrings made for me. And then I thought I'll get a pair of pearl necklaces made for each of the girls, and then also for their stepsister Brittany, and then for Ava, who's my goddaughter, who's actually Carmen's daughter. So I did that. So I had 5 pair of earrings made for all the girls, and then a pair of earrings for me, and then I got the necklace shortened. So we've all got the same piece of jewelry from really the same original piece. So that, and then that now it's actually at a shorter length, which I do actually wear. Do you want me to go get it?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's the story behind that. And I just thought pearls are timeless, and I think that they are a very mother-daughter passing down kind of a gift as well. Yeah.
Go get the necklace.
Okay.
Okay, so this is now show and tell of Mum's jewelry box, which I love.
So this is the necklace that I got restrung and then made shorter, and I have made a point of wearing it.
That's a really nice length.
It is. It's so even when you've got a high neck like here, you can wear it, and then if I've got something lower, it fits as well. So yeah, it's just been really nice. And just even wearing it as a pair, it's not too much actually, because I think pearls are always a little bit more understated anyway. So that's my lovely pearl necklace. And there's just some other things here. This necklace here, I don't know if you can see, this is one that Astrid actually got me a few years ago.
Yes.
And it's just a beautiful rose gold, sort of rose pearl kind of a sheen.
Nope, you don't like me today. Sorry for the horrible nails. I've been talking about them to Mum for a while. Where are we? Nope. Does not like the focus.
Yeah, I think it's just the pearl itself. It doesn't go into focus. But anyway, Astrid got that for me a few years ago.
It is really pretty. I still really, really, really like this one.
Yeah, I do too. So that's really nice.
And because like I've said before, Mum to me is pink. So anything pink. So I saw a pink pearl and I just thought, this is Mum.
Yeah. And
Pearls
she
of simplicity
also,
and delicacy.
They are. I think they are timeless, and they've really had a resurgence of late. But I just like the simplicity of them. I'm much more of a simple person. And then Astrid also gave this to me last year for Christmas, and it's just lovely. It's a brooch. And it's really nice to wear brooches, I think, because necklaces are kind of a bit predictable, but to actually have no necklace and then just a brooch, it's just as interesting, I think. So yeah, there's just some pieces of jewelry that Astrid has given me. So
All very precious.
hopefully. Definitely.
So then I made something else. Well, I started to make something else. And I posted about it on my Instagram, and it was a big surprise. And I got this far, and I did not like it. So I love rainbows, but this one felt neon and too bright and kind of harsh, and I just wasn't loving it. The textured pattern, it I don't know. I didn't like it. I just don't like the way it flowed. I think this would be really cool for socks. As I previously ascertained before, I hate socks. So if anyone would like this, let me know. I'm more than happy to give it to you.
What's it going to be? Socks?
Well, I'll tell you the next bit. If you would like this, all I've done is knit this much and wound it into a ball. So if you would like it, let me know. I'm more than happy to ship it to you. But it's just perfect for a project that I would never make. So if you knit socks, if you like these beautiful bright colours, because they are beautiful, just not right for anything that I've got in mind. So if you would like it, let me know and I will more than happily give it to you. But after attempting this and then just really disliking how it was coming out for what I had in my head, I decided to try again. So you've been asking me for this for a while. This is the other reason I got you to come on for this. Ooh. You've been asking me for this for a while. And then holiday me clearly doesn't respect bedtimes. So I reached out to Natasha, my sister, and at about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I texted her and I'm like, find Mum's teapot, get me the dimensions now. And she didn't reply until like the afternoon the next day because, you know, bedtimes should actually be respected and I didn't. But I made you a Tea Cosy. Ooh. Which is why this one wouldn't have worked because that's not you. And I think Tea Cozies need to be soft and gentle and reminding you of a beautiful, luxurious time to relax, not neon and bright and slightly terrifying. Yeah. So I've made you this.
Ooh, that is beautiful. I love it. I love it. Shall I go and get my teapot?
Yes, please. Okay. I love that reaction. So this is in Smell the Flowers by Jane Marty from Tiny Toadstool Cottage. This is another one in her subscription package that she was doing last year. This is this was, I think, the last one that she sent through, and this is the one that I was saying it's really beautiful and floral, and then I read the description, it was flowers, and I was like, So I saw it after trying with the neon rainbow. I knew I wanted it to be bright and floral and happy, but I didn't know what else to do. So I was looking around at my stash and I found this and I thought it'd be perfect. So Tash gave me numbers and then I just cast on kind of a random amount. I did a tubular cast on again because I just think it's really pretty. Please don't wear this on your head.
No, okay. No,
your ears will get very cold.
Well, maybe my ears would stick out. That's probably good.
Like Dobby, the house elf.
I'm a little tea.
Oh, Lord. So, I did this. Okay, wait, just explain it and then we can put it on. So, I did about 5 centimeters of ribbing for the bottom, but I'm thinking this will probably end up curling under it anyway, just to kind of keep it there. So I didn't really stress too much about this bit because I feel like this is the actual beautiful bit. The actual name of this pattern is called garter, or of the stitch, I should say, is called garter triangles. And I thought it looked a bit like steam kind of rising up a little bit, and also triangles and math, and it's kind of a theme. So it was really pretty and really fun to do. And then I finished it and it looked a little bit flopsy and I wasn't loving it. And then I was thinking to myself, so I knit you one before, which was using the book, like pretty cute tea cozies or pretty funny tea cozies or something. And then in the house move, I got rid of all the books that I wasn't using and I had only knit one thing from that book. So that was like 3 years ago. So I got rid of it, clearly not thinking about the fact that I'm going to knit you something else. And then I was looking everywhere for it and I couldn't find it. So that's why I made my own, because I just decided to do my own thing. But I remembered the other one having an inner lining. And I just remember there being something about inner lining. So I was thinking, well, that's going to actually make this pattern stand out a little bit better if there was something to back it. So it's reversible.
Oh, that's great.
So if you spill some tea on the front, at least you got it on the back.
Yeah.
I think the other side is prettier, which is why I showed it to you first.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, good. Because I was like, please don't use this to be your main one. But it's just 2x2 ribbing. You pick it up just on top of where that rib ends. So that first row in there actually ends up being like a duplicate, like you knit the front and the back of it.
Right.
So you pick up all the stitches across, and then on the edge, to make it like a rounded side, on this side, on the outer side, you've actually slipped all the stitches, and then you pick them up and then knit two together. So you keep the same amount of stitches, but it ends up making it like reversible.
So clever
thing.
And it's all neat and tidy.
It's all neat and tidy, all done in one piece. Very few ends to weave in. It's actually easier if you do the first side, then weave in all the ends, then the second side. I remembered to take some pictures of the tricky bits, which helps. So I'm really, really, really proud of this. And I kept knitting it as fast as I could, and then stopping and admiring, and then knitting it again, stopping and admiring. So yes, this is your new Tea Cosy.
That's lovely.
So let's make sure.
This is when I have a cup of tea for one. I have to have teapots with tea leaves and everything. So this is just lovely, isn't it? Oh, that's beautiful.
So it's a little bit big, but I actually love.
It could cascade onto the table, but you could also just fold that up as well.
Yeah.
You?
Oh yeah.
Like with the beanie.
I didn't think of like a beanie band. Go you, Mum. Thinking of all the options today.
Oh, that's
so. I like that.
I love teapots. I just love teapots with tea cozies. It's just that little bit of pleasure that you can give yourself every day.
Yeah,
it's gorgeous.
I'm so glad.
It really is. Isn't that just lovely? It's like a beanie for a teapot.
I'm so glad you like it.
No, I love it. It's got all the beautiful colours. Like you can probably see here, like it's a cream background, and there's pink, and a bit of yellow, purple, a few shades of pink, like even a sage green.
It's almost like a greeny kind of grass background almost, and there's like wildflowers inside it. Like
it seems fitting for this cottage, I think, as well. That's just lovely. Little bit of English teapot.
I'm so happy.
That's just lovely. Wow, two things in one day. That is so lovely. And I just thought, I've been looking for a while for a teapot, a tea cozy to fit this tiny little teapot. And of course, it's almost impossible because this is a teapot for one. I think I got it from an op shop.
Yeah.
So it's probably something that came from a restaurant or something. It's not really something that you would buy. Like most people don't make pots of tea for one. And so it was a really hard style to actually find, something custom made in it. I mean, something that is in the shop. And of course, they're going to be so expensive anyway. So I had been asking Astrid for a while, and I just had to wait. So to actually have something that was custom made and something that is just so cute. I just love that. Honestly, I will definitely use that. And what's good too is that if I do get a tea stain on it, it doesn't completely show up straight away, because you don't want to wash this too often. You have to be careful with the number of washes that you give.
But with all the advice on washing that you give me, I know that you'd be the perfect one to look after it.
And I mean, I do obviously do it with a proper wool wash and everything else, but you also don't want to overwash wool. That is how it loses its shape and structure. So I just love that. That is so cute.
So I put it on because Tash said it was a tea for one, and I've got like a teacup with a teapot that sits inside it that my cousin gave me for my 18th birthday, and I still have the box that came in, everything. I love it. And then I've got a couple of like 2-cup teapots.
Yeah.
And if you stretch it a little bit, it does fit.
Right.
So this is a really good size for literally all sizes of teapots up to about 2 cups. And I'm thinking maybe if I have enough brain cells left in Holiday Me, that I will write up another one for like a bigger one as well.
That's a good idea.
So this is a perfect little stash buster. I used...
I'll go and get the one for the next size up and just see how it fits on there. I'll be back in a minute.
So I used, if you want to do just the outside lining, it's 28 grams of wool that I used. So it's about 120 meters of fingering weight. Then with the inner lining, it is 48 grams. So it's just under half a ball, a skein of yarn, which makes it the best stash buster ever. And it's such a good project. Oh, I think it's going to go really well with that.
So this is actually from T2. So if anyone is interested, so this, if you can see there, T2, I think this is given to me.
Mm-hmm. T2 is another family favourite store.
We take our tea seriously.
We really do. So that would be without the folded.
Oh, and that actually shows
With the
that off a
pink.
bit more. Actually, you can see the garter stitch a bit more.
Garter? The texture.
I wondered too if you could even, that maybe even, so it can kind of bunch up a bit more, you know? Yeah, that is perfect as well, isn't it?
Good.
I'd say that this is probably fits this more than that. So you could even, I reckon, size this down.
But I think with the brim flipped up, that sizes that really well.
Okay, yeah.
So it does.
Oh, just so lovely.
Yes. I'm so happy that you like it.
Yeah, I'm wrapped. That is just lovely. And a Tea Cosy really does work, honestly. It really does just help to keep everything warmer for that little bit longer, so you can sit and have your pot of tea, and it might take 45 minutes and it will just keep everything warm enough.
And that's why I wanted to make sure there was the double layer as well, because that's really going to keep that heat in.
Definitely. Yeah, you need the double layers for good insulation. Mm-hmm. So it's a physics thing.
Welcome to Wattle and Wool,
just
where
getting better and better.
My mum does math and physics with us.
Anything else?
Awesome. Not for you. This is for me.
Okay.
So I shipped off the giveaway prizes on Tuesday, because I went on Monday and it was a kerfuffle. So I went on the Tuesday to ship them off. But at the same time, I shipped off all the things for Natalie, my cousin, and I sent them all off to her. And there was a couple of things I had to wait for. So one of them was, I said to my friend Tanita, who I used to go to church with once in a blue moon ago, and she's now living in Jurien Bay, and I reached out to her because she crochets and she's amazing. And I said, would you like to be able to do this toy for me? I will absolutely pay you. Please, can I buy this from you? And she said yes. So then, Mum's just distracted the Tea Cosy.
Sorry, I was playing with my new toy.
So I bought...
Sorry, keep talking.
Sorry, I'm just laughing. So I bought a toy off her, and then I had to wait for that to arrive before I could ship everything off, because I didn't see the point in paying multiple lots of postage. So I just sent everything off at once. And then when I got to the post office, they were like, your last name is Purins. And I was like, yes, it is. And they're like, that's a very rare last name. I said, yes, it is. And they said, we think we've got another package for you, because for some reason it didn't say where your unit number is, because I live in an apartment with unit numbers. So it's not just a house number. There's actually got to put a unit number, because apparently I didn't put it in, or there was a mishap or something. They didn't know what unit I lived in, so they couldn't just leave it at the door. And so it's been waiting for me, and just by fate has it, I walked in at the right time and it was there. And I'm really glad, because I would hate for it to be return shipping. That would absolutely suck, because I loved these things. So this is from Martin's Lab. I saw him on Instagram. I think it's a him, her, them. I saw it on the shop on Instagram, that they were having a clearance sale, and I love anything sale. I love anything clearance, and I have been stalking their stuff for a while, and I really wanted to give them a go. So I bought some of the things I really wanted, and then I looked at the price, and if you bought I think it was one more thing, then another level discount jumped on, and I was like, yes, I can do that. So I bought a whole bunch of stuff. So I have ripped into the opening bit, but I haven't actually looked yet. I'm throwing it on the floor. I thought it'd be easier to open on here if we already had ripped a little bit of the package.
Right. Okay.
So I haven't sneak peeked. I've just eased myself for shopping. I got what I bought. So this is really fun. Okay. So I got 3 big singles of Morningstar. So these, I like those colours. They looked, to be perfectly honest, they look slightly different on the screen, but I still really like the colours. So would you like to hold those 2 and have a look at the colours? Then tell me what you think, and I will read out the information on this one. So this is 100 grams of superwash merino, 100%, hang on. How does that work? 100% superwash merino, 20% nylon.
That is 120%.
120% of goodness in this, guys. 70 meters per 100 grams. So there's not too much in here. That is 3 times 7 is 210 meters ish. 230, I think it would be by the end of the 3. Which
210
with the 3 though, because it's 70. Oh, 70 meters. Yeah,
70
210.
times 3 is
I can
210.
count. I'm great at this. So there's not too much in that, but I will find something really fun with these. They just feel really soft and light, but like dense at the same time.
It's very thick. It's a thick ply, isn't it?
Yes.
Does it have a ply?
No, it looks almost roving-ish in the way that it is.
It's very thick. Like each actual thread, you can see it's quite thick.
Very, very, very thick.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I do have to say the colours look slightly different on the screen because I don't remember ordering exactly this, but
lighting sometimes, but each one
is different as well. You can see
the variation even though they're supposed to all be the same. But I think that is what you get with this kind of natural
indie dyed yarn. Yeah.
That is part of the charm.
So, and then I remember looking at this one and thinking that looks like a birthday cake and getting really excited about it. So this one is Pop. Yeah, it does.
Kind of goes together.
This one is Pop. It's also a big single of 120% of goodness.
Got to sort that out. It's like, is it 80% and 20%?
They're Polish, I think, because it's shipped from Poland. Maybe it's a different language, Mum. Maybe.
But 100%. Like, this is the thing about numbers: is it's international. It's not like there's numbers for one country and different numbers for another country. So yeah, let's sort this number stuff out. Hey?
All right, Martin, if you're listening, check your numbers. Okay.
Yes, or change it out of percentage. Like if it's 100 grams and then 20 grams, and then out of 120, rather than claiming it's a percentage. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's just wrong. Anyway, like that's just.
That would make more sense.
Yes.
Well, this one, its numbers add up correctly. This is Thicket in tweed, and this is the reason I jumped on, because I love this. It's like green and grey. It looks more grey blue on the screen, but it's actually more of a green.
These ones add up to 100.
They do.
Merino and viscose, 85 and 15 is equal to 100. So that's
well done, Martin! Yay!
Yeah, I like this actually. It's got a bit of like
the tweed, the little nubs.
Like you can see that that it jumps up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the technical name for it is, but yeah, there's some texture to it, and I think that green, you can actually see the variation in the colour as well.
Yeah,
it's lovely.
So this is 400 meters by 100 grams. So I've got 800 meters now, and I think this is going to be just stunning.
It already
really
is
like
stunning,
this.
but when it's knitted into something, a beanie, perhaps.
No, because it's too much. Probably like a shawl or a scarf.
Okay.
There's too much for a beanie, and I wouldn't want to only knit part of it. I would want to use all of it up, all of its gorgeous goodness.
And I think too, like this is a much thinner. It doesn't say anything about what the ply is, but that's much thinner. So I think you can get a bit more movement with.
So this would be fingering weight, and then that one would be like bulky.
Yeah.
So that's
see.
Yes, pretty much wait and see. So this is the reason that I jumped on, because I have seen Martin's Lab tweed before, and I love it so much. And they had a closeout sale on it. By the time I got onto it, so much of it had already been gone, which I was a bit sad about. There was some red, really rich wine red that I really liked. But sadly was not to be, but I'm so happy that I have these instead. And then my big 120% of goodness.
Yeah, that's... Anyway, I'll just stop going on about it. But...
Yeah. So that is all I have to share with you for today. With Mum's beautiful teapot and beanie.
My beanie.
My hair is
bubble.
everywhere.
And my Tea Cosy.
Pom-pom. Yes, thank you, Elise, as well.
That matches that teapot.
There we go.
Not really, no.
Not quite. So thank you, Elise from Stash Up Knits, for your pom-pom as well. It has made Mum very happy.
It does. Oh, look at it. The orange in there, kind of. All these options.
I don't know. Okay. If you enjoyed this and you laughed along with us and you enjoyed seeing Mum again, don't forget to comment down below, like and subscribe.
And subscribe. Now I'm just trying to think which side is it.
I think it's that side.
Yeah. So subscribe and press the notification button. And if you like this, share this with your many friends.
Step up, guys. I like it. So thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you again very soon. Bye. Bye.